Hello, I'm Matthew with the Walls Branch Library, and welcome to today's craft. That's a little quick one, nothing too fancy. Today we're going to be doing what's called blackout poetry. It's a form of found or eraser poetry where you take a page from a newspaper, magazine, old book, whatever, and erase or black out everything but select words to create a sentence or a poem. This technique was popularized by a Texas poet named Austin Kleon and is a fairly recent phenomenon. What you'll need is a page from an old newspaper, book, anything with a nice wall of text. I've got some magazines here. Let's see, we'll go ahead and open to where I've got my poem. Cheated a little bit. It's already kind of black, but you know, you can use whatever you'd like. And then you'll need a pencil, just something light, nothing big. Black sharpie, some paint, whiteout, anything that will cover over text. You can be as creative as you want with this. In fact, I encourage you to. Today I'm just going to use a black sharpie just to kind of give you the general gist of it. So it was originally done with Sharpie, so if you want to do it by the books, you can do that too. But again, you're not limited by any means. From here, you take your pencil and you will lightly circle the words that kind of stick out to you to build a sentence. I kind of already did. It's kind of hard to see, but you just want to lightly go over just so you can see what it is that you wanted to say. And again, on this background, it doesn't show up as much. I went ahead and did this before filming. And you know, your poem, your sentence can be about anything. It can be funny, it can be serious, it can be nonsensical. It doesn't even have to rhyme. It's all about revealing things hidden in plain sight, kind of bringing out a different meaning, a different take on the situation. So, once you've picked out your words, you've got your poem, you'll take your paint or your Sharpie, anything else you want to use, and you'll blot out everything except for the words you choose to make up your poem. You don't have to make everything uniformly one thing either. You can have fun, make designs, do multiple colors, whatever strikes your fancy. As long as you made your poem stick out from the rest, you're golden. This time I'm going to show you a little bit more by the numbers example. Let's see. So, another thing to keep in mind. So you can also cut out the section if you don't want to spend all day coloring in and marking in. So let's see what I've got here. So first, what I usually do is I go in with whatever I'm using, like a marker or something, and outline the words just so I know what not to cover. Make things easier for me in a second. So I have mine, a little mess there, but see, mine it's a paradox, a challenge in keeping up. See, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, anything terribly, see if you can see that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a Sharpie, again, you use paint, you use whiteout, whatever you want. I'm going to go and I'm going to black out everything else. And my Sharpie's kind of old, so it doesn't quite make everything disappear. Again, you want something fresh. That's what you're doing. And just a heads up, my craftsmanship isn't the greatest, but that's not the point. The point is to express yourself, and if it's a little messy, that actually makes it a little bit better because it's a very raw form of poetry. It's very untamed. And that's what we really want to see, is that sort of rebellion against the bad news, against what everyone's saying. so my marker wasn't crazy, but you get the general idea where I've outlined just what it is that I wanted to say, kind of marking through everything out, and voila, you have the very first Blackout poem. From here, we'll take your scissors and cut it out. Alright, so you see where I've cut it out. See here, you can make it as clean or as dirty as you want. I'm kind of bad at cutting, so it's not the prettiest, but it's raw. And that's, again, that's what we want. It's good. Of course, if you don't like raw and you like it more, you know, in order, that works too. As long, again, as you've made your message clear. Yep, we got it here. And perfect. Now from here, you know, if you like what you've done, you've cut it out, you can frame it, you can give it to a friend, and have fun with it. So I'm gonna do one more. Just kind of show you how you can be a little bit more creative with it. I'm going to keep using the Sharpie. Let's see, I've picked out another section. This one is actually about dragonflies, but I'm going to change it into something else. So again, I take this section. So what I'm going to do is, before I start this one, I'm going to go ahead and cut it out, because I'm going to take out a lot of this. I don't need this. Let's see. Since this is a white background, it's going to be easier to blot things out, especially with like a dark Sharpie. Okay. This time, I went ahead and cut it out. I've got my, let's see, it's kind of hard to see, but I've lightly outline the words I want. You can't see here. It's no problem as long as you get the general idea. And then, let's see. First thing I'm going to do is outline my words so that they don't get lost. Out this point. Alright, so I've got my poem. I like this one a little bit better. Nomads at heart, pair found, spring, seeking fall. Okay, so we've got it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little design to kind of go around this. So I'm going to take my pencil once again and lightly, let's see, I'm going to make, let's see, a bird head, just lightly. So you know where you're going. Let me make your marks. Let's see, and go back. And do your design. And check it out. I have a little bird head. And it looks like a little dot right there, conveniently. Made a nice little eye. And then from here, what I'll do is I'll go back behind it and cover everything on the outside out. Let's see. Okay, so now that we've colored everything in, see, got this cool little design, got my poem. Kind of neat. I mean, it's a little rough, but hey, there are no mistakes in art, just happy little accidents. So what I'm going to do here is, since I don't want to use up all my Sharpie, I'm going to go ahead and cut this little piece out here. I don't need that. And voila, you have yourself not only a nice little poem, but a nice little piece of art too. Alright, so ta-da, you made your first Blackout poem, or maybe you've been doing this for a while. So share this in the comments what you came up with, and have fun. On behalf of the Wallace Branch Library, I thank you for watching.